Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are talking today about signs, what you're seeing along the way with your manifestation, things that show up in your reality. Maybe you want to dig deeper and understand what they mean. I'm going to explain today why you don't actually need the signs, as the title explains. And towards the end of the video, I'm actually going to explain how it actually slows down your manifestation if you focus on signs. So do stay tuned throughout the video to get all my tips and advice on how to deal with signs, use them to your benefit through the manifesting process. So that's what I'm going to explain today. I hope you guys join me throughout the video. Thank you very much for watching. Welcome if you're new. If you do want to get extra support, I do offer YouTube membership. So the join button is right below for LOA Coaching Darlings. And members get things like exclusive content, monthly challenges. You guys get to vote on what you actually want to see, so it makes it even more customized, and early access to all my content. So what you're watching right now went up one day early for members, so they got to get all my advice a day earlier. So do take a look if you're interested, as well as any of my coaching offers which are on screen. And now let's jump into the video. If you have experience looking for signs from the universe that your manifestation is on its way, you're not manifesting, you're waiting. The moment you start thinking and getting into this mindset of being reliant on signs and validation and progress, of needing a sign of your manifestation, essentially a bird before land, you're already telling yourself and coming from a state mentally that you don't have it. You're telling yourself, I don't yet have it. I need proof that it's on its way. I need proof that I am going to have it. So you're being reliant on your 3D reality without realizing it. So it's okay to look at signs. I'm going to explain throughout the video. It's not about signs being, demonized or whatever. There's nothing wrong with them. They're very positive. I talk about this a lot with my clients because obviously everyone has questions about, what does this mean? This thing I experienced, can you explain that to me? So I work with clients a lot on that element. So I never say that signs are bad. If it's something positive, obviously that is positive development. However, if you're in a state of waiting, needing, really staying focused on the signs, you're not in the right mental state. You're telling yourself and, you're telling your mind, which is subconscious as well, that you don't have it yet and you need signs as evidence that it's working. That's not what makes your manifestation work. And that's not where the validation or sense of confidence that you would experience actually comes from. The signs are not a confirmation that your manifestation is, 100% on its way to you right now, and that, that's the result and sign essentially and experience that you needed to validate that, okay, it's on track, your manifestation is yours. The only thing you need, and the only area where you should be really focused on and concerned with, is your mental state mindset, right? So are you thinking positively? Have you shifted around your thought patterns positively if they were negative previously? Your mental focus is the only thing that's going to indicate where you are on track, what level, not what level, but how do I explain it? Kind of to what extent you already have manifested and shifted around your beliefs, your assumptions, you're on track. So what is the quality of your thoughts? That's essentially what you want to be asking yourself. If you are asking for signs or hoping for signs and waiting for that to come in, you're kind of treating your manifestation and the process like it's literally an uncontrolled or uncontrollable circumstance, because you're saying, when I see this in my reality, then I'll believe it. Or, why have I not had any signs? Why haven't I had birds before land? Or comparing it to other people who have had it. You're telling yourself again that you don't yet have it. You're not on track. You don't feel confident or secure in what you've been doing. You don't really understand how you're applying manifestation because you're just waiting for some kind of validation in your 3D reality to come in to show that to you. And by saying, instead of saying, I'll see it when I believe it, which is the main principle of manifesting, you're saying, I'll believe it when I see it. When I get my signs, when I get my movement, visible movement. And obviously everyone wants and will get movement if they persist, but visible movement, visible signs. I want things showing up right now in my 3D reality. If you're coming from that kind of mindset and expectation, then again, you're treating it like something external, out of your control. It has to be proven and validated by your 3D reality, which is not the case. You don't need that proof. And, a bird before land is a sign of positive movement, and it is positive, whether it's seeing, for example, your SP's name. I'll give you guys some examples so there's a little more clarity as well. Seeing the job that you are dreaming of getting and working towards on TV shows constantly, or just seeing something that reminds you of or is literally your manifestation. If it's a tangible item, that's super common and simple, such as a car. You might see that car constantly. I've heard of that being the case for people. I've had tons of like birds before land and things that show me I'm on the right track. Crazy, unbelievable things sometimes. So yes, it is positive, but it shouldn't be something that you expect and wait for and really analyze and focus on and base all your positive or negative assumptions on whether it's showing up or not. So by saying it's not working because I don't have birds before land, or, oh, because I saw this, that's now a sign that it's working, rather than giving yourself the kind of validation, self-validation, and independence of acknowledging, I put in the work, I've been repeating my affirmations, I've been consistent and persisting, and therefore that is my sign that I'm on the right track. I trust myself. I know I'm doing it correctly. I've got tunnel vision, and that's kind of where your main focus should be. Tying it into, again, the main principles and what Neville Goddard himself would say, assuming that it's done. You have your manifestation, everything is on track when you assume it's yours, when you assume it's already created, it's already done, and it's not even that you're assuming it, it's objective, everything already exists, it's just not in our physical experience yet. So assuming that it's already done for you, it exists, you just need to convince your own mind. You need to change your assumptions and beliefs to align with that, and that is when your physical reality can reflect it. So assuming that it's done, period. Neville said, put your mental focus and confidence into thinking that it's already here. That's all it comes down to, not what is showing up externally in front of you in your 3D reality. As positive as signs can be, and they are a great reinforcement, don't get too reliant on them. That's what I'm saying. It's not, again, that the signs are wrong. It's how we focus and interpret them and the level of energy and emotion that you might put into signs. So don't ask or focus on the breadcrumbs, again, with your specific person as well. But when it comes to a bird before land and a sign of your manifestation, something that reminds you of it, don't, expect or get focused on those breadcrumbs. It's okay if you get signs or don't get signs. What matters and what is going to show you that, you've ticked the box, that you're on the right track, your manifestation is literally coming to you physically, is if you put your focus on the end result as if it's already here. So your own mind will already assign meaning to anything, whether it's positive or negative. The assumptions and beliefs you have about life overall, literally, is going to be how your mind automatically will assign a positive or negative meaning to something. So don't obsess over it or try to analyze things too much. If it's negative, assign a positive meaning and revise it or let it go and just don't think about it and disengage from that as best as you can. If it's positive, again, don't obsess over it. Assign a positive meaning, have a little congratulations and yay moment for yourself, but then leave it be and be like, okay, great, that's a sign, I'm on the right track. Moving on, back to my affirmations, right? So remember, you do always decide the meaning. It's your reality. You can assume whatever you want. So no matter what it is, the rule generally that you can follow is just to assign a positive meaning. It's also just evidence of your current dominant belief and dominant state. So literally what you're seeing, if you're seeing something negative, that's obviously not a sign or bird before land. That's something to do with your old beliefs reflecting. But if you're seeing neutral or positive signs and symbols to do with your manifestation, then you already are in control of what the meaning is. And it's a reflection of where your dominant focus and state are. So whether it's positive, it's along the way, you already have been conforming things. It's a reflection of that. So just take it as that. And yeah, there's no need to read too much into them. You don't need that middle step. So I would say just go straight to the end. You really don't need to focus too much on the granular details. Just focus on the end result. What is it fully that you're affirming for, even if it is in steps that you really want, and just put your focus there. Anything else along the way is just like a temporary reinforcement of where your state and focus and thoughts have been. Whether it's positive or negative, take it as it is, apply a positive meaning and keep going. That's kind of like the general consensus for this. So the issue that can come up with signs is that it would lead to, obsessing and, over it and kind of putting too much focus on it, which is a sign that you're reacting, you're having really significant mental reactions or prone to spiraling, checking your 3D reality, just overthinking things, which is not the best mental state to be in. You want to focus on your mindset where you're kind of more self-reliant. You're focused on your own mindset. You know you're on track, you're in control of things, reinforcing those kind of self-concept, powerful affirmations and statements where you're the one in control. So really try and put your focus on the version of you where it's already done, it's already yours. So let go of this overthinking or analyzing what's going on around you. You are already the version of you that has it. Keep reminding yourself of that. Keep thinking as if that's already true. So a little statement that you can tell yourself to reinforce everything is that I don't chase signs, I just assume that it's mine. Kind of like that quote I've been saying recently, I don't chase, I attract. So you don't look for signs. I don't care about signs. If they show up, great, but it's already mine. It's already done. I assume it's mine. Something like that, a nice little kind of mental diet statement to reinforce everything, because really it just comes down to you thinking from the end result as if you already have it, as if it's here now. So that is today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, found that useful. If you did, please do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and yeah, I will see you guys next time.